everybody, and welcome to day 6 of our gymnastics videos from Logan County Gymnastics. I'm Miss Shelby as always, and before I forget, the supplies you will need today are painter's tape or masking tape or a straight line of some sort, and you will need that balloon from yesterday or a ball will be fine. Now if you don't have a ball or balloon, if you popped it, having too much fun, then a beanie will be fine, a little stuffed animal, just some sort of small object. So the first thing we're gonna do today is learn another new position, or our warm-up, position will be next. Warm-up today, we're gonna be skipping. Now, I'm sure most of you are like, Miss Shelby, I already know how to skip. Well, let's see, some of our friends might be small, or some of us might need to get our skips a little higher. So in order to skip, I've got my beam on the floor already. I'm going to practice skipping on the beam. I like to put my hands on my hips when I skip. So we're going to start with that cartwheel leg out, and we're going to skip, skip, skip. Good job. Can you skip again? Skip, skip, skip. Very good. Can you put your arms out and skip? And Shelby's a little close to the wall, so I'm going to spread out. Skip, skip, skip. Let's go faster. Skip, 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 skip. Good. Can you go backwards? That's really hard. Skip, 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 skip. Whoa, Nelly. Can you close your eyes and skip, skip, skip? Skip, skip, skip. Good. Now, can you lift your legs up really high when you skip? Skip, skip. Jump really high. It's almost like a little hurdle. Skip, skip, skip. Good. So once you do your skips, go do a few, mix it up a little bit, put your arms up, put your arms out, put your hands on your hips, do backwards, forwards, big skips, little skips, fast skips, really slow skips. Go ahead and do that for a little bit. Once you get your heart pumping, we're going to learn that new position. Yesterday, what was that position? Can you tell me? Candlestick, that's right, that was the new one we learned. So Miss Shelby's going to plop down her mat. Remember, if you don't have a mat at home, that's fine. You do not need a mat. Miss Shelby is just an old lady, and she likes it a little softer than the old floor. So go outside, do it on a mattress, and some nice soft pillows. So we're going to do that candlestick again. Remember, try to pop up on those shoulders and put those toes to the sky. You want them straight up. You do not want them above your head leaning over. So go on ahead and roll, pop up, and come back up. Good job. Now, do it again. Candlestick, pop, 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 and come back up. Good job, everybody. Do 10 of those nice candlesticks for me. Now we're going to learn our new position for today. It is going to do, sorry, I can't see my notes. Oh, we're going to do some banana jumps. Who knows what a banana jump is? I see you there. You did. That's awesome. So our banana jump, we're going to arch our back like a banana. So we're going to go banana jump, banana jump. Your entire body is going to be curving. You're not just slinging your head back and you're not bending your knees. Banana jump. Good job. That is called, excuse me, that is a banana jump. I want you to do 10 of those nice banana jumps for me. Really reach, 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 stretch that back. Good job. So now we're going to start on our beam things today. I'm going to lift my mat up so you can see my beam. It likes to stick to the floor. So it wants to be difficult sometimes when I try to raise it up. So got my beam on the floor. Today on beam, we're really going to be working on doing our, I can't read my notes, sorry. Oh, okay. We're supposed to be learning step, kick, round off dismounts at gym. So I've broken it down for you. First, we're going to do all 3 of those steps in releve, where we're really squeezing and trying not to fall off the beam. And then we're going to add them all together and put them as if we were on an actual beam and coming off on the floor. So the first one is step, then we'll do kick, and then we'll do round off dismount. So of course, releve steps, we're going to be kicking. So you can have your arms out. Miss Shelby's really close to the wall because I want to be far back to see you. But kick all the way up to that belly button, but be on your tippy toes. See how my chest is not dropping? You want your chest up nice and tall. Good job. Go back and forth at least 3 or 4 times to get warmed up. That's our step. Well, that's actually our kick. So, sorry, excuse me. Stepping first, because you would step, kick. We're just going to walk across the beam. I'm sure you've already been practicing, but go ahead and try to walk up, looking at the wall. Do not look at the beam. You want to look at the wall in front of you. Feel with your feet, stretching up, squeezing your body. That way you won't fall off the beam. You want to feel it with your feet. That was the step. We already did the kick. And now we'll try to do some round-offs on the beam. Now it's a little different than the floor. On the floor you want to stay in a straight line. But on this one is a round-off dismount. So that means we're coming off of the beam at the end of our round-off. So how that's going to work is you're going to be on your beam. You're going to do a round-off, but at the top of your round-off, you're going to stop that handstand and come off of the beam. So we're going to do step, kick, and then we're going to do our round-off. Hold it and come down. And stick that landing, don't wiggle. Miss Shelby's a lefty, so I'm going to turn. I can't turn this way so you can see my face, or I'll run into the wall. So I'm going to do it this way again. We're going to do that round off again. We're going to do our round off squeezing and come down and stick it. Don't jump like in a normal round off. You want to stick that landing and hold it, and then you can move. Because when we get bigger and we do competitive gymnastics, if you wiggle or move or step or fall, that's a point deduction, and we don't want that. So we want to be perfect gymnasts, but you're perfect to me anyway, guys. Let me double check my list. Oh, very good. We're just on top. So now we're going to add all 3 of those things together. We're going to do that step, kick, round off, dismount. Are you ready? You want to lead with your opposite foot. That's your step, kick, because your kick is your cartwheel leg. That way you can go into that round off. Step, kick, round off, squeeze that handstand, dismount, and hold it. Good job. One more, one more, one more. Lead with that opposite leg, step, kick, round off, squeeze, dismount, hold it. Don't wiggle. Good job, everybody. Now, go ahead and practice several of those. Mommies and daddies, if your child cannot hold a handstand very well yet, be sure to be there at that ending point. Stand kind of to the side, the opposite side of them. For example, if I was doing mine and I was spotting me, my child would do the round off. My child's not old enough to do round offs yet, and I don't have any older children to practice with, so pretend I'm doing that step, kick, and when their legs start to come up in the air, grab those hips so that way they can do the handstand and hold it, and then they can bring their feet down and they're not bonking their noggin on the ground. Now, if you're on the soft surface like I've recommended, it won't hurt, but we need to make sure that they're controlling that round off and not going over or coming down too fast or crashing. You want to hold that handstand and you tell your feet when to come down, okay? So mommies and daddies, they will kick up, but you follow their hips and hold them here, and then they tell their body when to come down, because they could come forward this way into like a front limber or a back walkover, and we don't want them to do that. We want them to hit that handstand if they're not real confident in that handstand. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to move on, and we're going to go to our basic 5. Put down that mat again, or I'm going to put down my mat again. A lot of up, down today. We're going to do our forward, backward roll, headstand. We're going to do that handstand where we turn, and we're going to do cartwheels on the line today because we have our beam. So go ahead, do that front roll. Be sure to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Let's try to go a little faster today. And stand up tall. Good job. And do another one. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stand up tall. It's much easier if you go faster. Push off with those toes. Miss Shelby is not going to do the back roll, but you saw Felicity yesterday. Remember, start, get a lot of momentum, have your hands ready because you're going to push with your arms. That's going to pop you up. Land on your feet and stand up nice and tall. Very good. Go ahead and do about 5 or 6 of those. The headstand again If you're not very confident in your headstand yet, get against a wall. If you're getting good at those, go to a couch where your feet are open to the air, so that way you can practice squeezing your legs nice and tight. And then if you're getting really good at those, move to the floor. Make sure there's nothing around you, because if you break something, that would be bad. So go ahead and do your headstand, handstand again. Remember, if you're not confident in your handstand, do the wall, push up against the wall, and we're gonna turn that hand again. I'm gonna do it again because it's still new. So we're gonna do that handstand, cartwheel leg out. We're gonna T in, T out, up, 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 squeezing that hand, and turn that hand, and back. Turn your hand, and back, and T out. Good job, everyone. Try to do at least 5 or 6 turns. It might start to strain your wrist, so be sure to take time, wriggle it around. Don't overdo that one, okay? And last, we're going to do our cartwheels, and we're going to do them on the line because we have our beam today. So up, up, up goes my mat. Very good. So we're going to try to do a cartwheel on the line. Now, be sure that when you're doing the cartwheel, if you're squeezing and staying nice and tight and your belly's facing the wall, you will be able to land it on the line. We want to land it on the line because someday when you move up from level 1, you'll be really practicing handstands and cartwheels on the real beams. So that's why we emphasize trying to be straight, trying to be tight. So let's do a cartwheel, kick, 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 nice and pointy straight. Oh, see, Miss Shelby didn't land on the line. I wouldn't have landed on the beam. So let's try that again. Ready? That means I need to kick a little taller. Kick, kick, kick. Oh, that was better. I got my back foot on. Good job. So you try that. Do at least 10 of those for me. The next thing we're going to do is our cool down. We are going to do our 3 splits. Last week we really worked on each leg and did all 3. Today we're going to do all 3 of those for a cool down activity today, friends. So do your cartwheel leg, opposite leg, and middle. Remember, when you're doing your splits, go ahead and do it on the beam today. Flat foot behind you. This is my cartwheel leg, so it's going to go down, 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 down. And spread that leg out nice and long. Good. Try to stay on the line. Go as far as you can without turning your hips. That's the most important part. Hips straight. Hold that for 30 seconds. Then do your opposite, and when you go to the middle, stay on that line. Go as far down as you can and keep your knees up. Like I said, Miss Shelby is not as flexible as she used to be, so be sure, do the best you can. Just keeping those knees up, because if you pull your knees inward, it's going to rotate those hips, and that's not really a split. The last thing, or not last thing, but the coordination activity today is we're going to get that balloon I mentioned earlier. We're going to coordinate with the balloon. It's kind of like when we were tossing it yesterday. We are going to walk on the beam, but we're going to do it in different ways. We're going to do above our head, one arm out. We're going to do arabesque, and we're going to do beam things, but with a balloon. So, or a ball if you don't, or a beanie baby if you have popped your balloon. So we're going to do tippy toes on rollabay, hold the balloon above your head, walk on your beam looking at the wall. Can you go backwards? Oh, feel for the beam on the floor. Try to feel your tape or your line that you've made. Good job, everyone. Try to hold it out, and let's do some kick steps again. Kick, kick, kick. Good. Kick up tall. Miss Shelby's not kicking as tall as she should. Be sure to kick up to your belly button. Good job. Let's try to do an arabesque. Hold your arms out. Let me get in the middle a little more. And point that toe out behind us. It doesn't have to be a big arabesque. Can you do a front arabesque? Can you do an arabesque turn? Oh, I fell off the beam. So try to squeeze, 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 arabesque turn. Let's do a lever. Let's put the balloon on the ground on our beam. And let's try to get that balloon or ball or your beanie baby. And keep your arms nice and straight. Grab your balloon and stand up. Oh, there we go. Almost, Miss Shelby. Try to do a few of those fun things. That's your coordination activity for today. And then last, we are going to take our balloon and we are going to jump over it. Oh my goodness. So put that balloon on your beam or your ball or your beanie baby. And we're going to do a simple jump. We're going to do a stretch jump first. Can you do a stretch jump over? Jump. And land on the beam. Good job. Do it again. And stretch up. Over. Good job. And now can you do a leap? Lead off with that cartwheel leg. And leap. Over your beam. Or your balloon, excuse me. And leap. Good job. You can do either way. Just try practicing jumping over. And that was your fun thing for today. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so glad to see you today. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. You have a fantastic day. Love you guys so very much. I'll see you real soon. Bye, friends.